Well, hello everybody. What is going on? How you guys doing? Mr. Hollywood here. And look at the scene here behind me. Are you into retro gaming like myself? Do you like the old school 8-bit, 16-bit, NES, Super NES, or more of a Sega person, the Genesis, the Sega Saturn, the PlayStation, Atari, arcade fanatic, whatever it may be, whether you grew up in the 80s, in the 90s, 2000s, on here. We're going to take this journey on here, and I want to bring you guys along here. We're going to build the most epic, the most ultimate media device on the planet right here. I'm going to take you guys on a journey. I'm going to show you guys step by step of how we're going to do that each week. We're going to just add in more content to it until we build the biggest, the most super device, media device on there. And the way we're going to do is with this little device right here called the Raspberry Pi, your single board computer. Now I know there's other ones out there, there's different ones, but these have such a great community out there as far as support. They're easy, simple to do, and that's what I want to do. I want to keep this thing simple, keep this thing so even you could do this. Coming along here with me, I'm going to do a step-by-step tutorial on how to program this, how to get it running, and how to get all your retro gaming needs in this one single device. Like I said, there's other boards out there. You know, you got your Odroid, or you got your PCs and stuff. You could mod those, or mod the NES Minis and stuff, the Game Boys. I'll show you all that in a different video, but in this one here, we're going to do it through the Raspberry Pi. The reason being, I want to keep this also cost effective, meaning anybody here could get it. $35 these things go for. Now it doesn't matter which Pi you use. I mean, there's the Raspberry Pi 1, 2, 3, 0, and even the newest one right now is the Pi 4. So if you have any of those in the house laying around, any of them will do. If you don't and you are grabbing one, I do recommend the Pi 4, the newest one on there. You might as well. It's only 35 bucks on there, and then and they also come with the kits if you have to. Now you don't have to get the kit. What the kit is the HDMI device wire. You know, one of these HDMI wires that goes through to your TV, and that's the other thing. You know, I know you guys grew up on these cartridges, trying to put the system on. I mean, right now those things are old, frustrating. Sometimes don't even work. We don't have to worry about that. We're plugging these into HDMI. Any TVs out there, you don't have to have your old school TVs and all that. Plus everything into one. It's all going to be on a micro SD card. You're gonna have to get one of these. If you have one of these in the house, probably do. You could use it. Now, as far as size, you don't have to get. I mean, listen, whole NES library. I don't even think this is 1 gigabyte. So, and that's the whole library. It depends how big you want this, how much games, how much libraries you want to include. But the older ones, like the Atari, the arcades, the NES, all those, the entire libraries will fit on a small 8 gigabyte SD card. Until we get to later on to like the disc games on there, those tend to take a little bit more. But also depending on what games you want. Do you want the entire library, or do you want to pick what you want? I leave that option to you. And what you want to add to it. We're gonna call this the ultimate retro device, because what I'm gonna do here, not only games for people that want to have a movie on here. It's gonna be I'm calling this the ultimate media device because we're gonna have movies. We're gonna have a web browser as well. If you want to just surf the web on this thing, or you want to play the retro gamings, or you want to do all three. We're gonna make this have everything, all support on this. I like the green screen. It's not like that. Just the green screen on that. It's actually green, so that's why it's coming through like that. But we're gonna get all this on here, man. And I want you guys to follow here with me on this journey. We're gonna make this as big as you guys want it to be. So if you're a fanatic like me, you want to play some old school games. grab a Raspberry Pi. I'll leave it in the description there. You can pick these up anywhere. Now, these even sell at your local stores. There's some stores that actually sell these now too. And it's a single board computer basically that we're going to program. Also, you need a power adapter, HDMI wire that I mentioned. If you already have that, you don't have to get those. You can just plug right in. Same thing with the SD card. And controller. You will need a controller. Any controller USB will work on here. Or if you want to use what I use, I basically use my old Xbox controller. You probably have an old Xbox 360 or the old Xbox. Maybe you're not using those controls anymore. You can use those. Just if you're going to use the wireless, you just need that wireless adapter. I'll leave a link for that as well. Or if you have the Bluetooth with the PlayStation, that'll program in this as well. So controller, HDMI wire, power adapter, SD card, and one of these Raspberry Pis. Pick that up. I'll give you guys a few days here to pick that up, and then next week we're gonna start the installation process. We're gonna start putting stuff on here, getting everything sorted through, and each week we're gonna add in a console, add in games here, add in the movies, the theater on here, the web browser, all that on this one single device. And let me know what you guys think. Are you guys big into retro gaming? What consoles did you guys grow up on? What console do you want me to start this thing with on here? Let me know. Let me know in the description. Post a comment, post a like, post a follow, because there's going to be more videos coming your way. This is just the introduction. Like I said, I'll take you through the whole process, the tutorial, how it's done. Plus, the people that are lazy, people that don't want to follow the tutorial, yes, I'll have the image created as well, where you could just download, and I'll flash it right in there as well. But that's it. That's all here. Just an introduction here of this retro. I think Sniper here provided me the Discord channel here for this. But including with the mods, we're also going to do, we'll talk about games here as well. We're going to talk about, consoles, probably do some walkthroughs, some, going through the games and stuff. If you're stuck in any spot on there, or you need any help with tutorials and stuff, we'll do all that here in the retro section here. Retro gaming at its finest, and Mr. Hollywood's gonna take you back, man. Take you back to the 80s, to the 90s here. No more having all these consoles, all these wires. One device that will do it all, that will play it all. Media, gaming, web browsing, all that on this single board computer. I'll see you guys next week. Give you guys a few days here. Order up, get your devices, get everything going here, and join me next week as we start the ultimate build to retro gaming. Have a good night, everybody.